It's Tuesday, my friends, which means update day for Modern Warfare and Warzone. Now, admittedly, this week is a little weird with some things worth noting, but overall, a week that doesn't look to offer, at least up front, as much as we may have thought, but we do have some changes to go over regardless. Today, we're going to break down what happened with today's weekly refresh for Modern Warfare and Warzone, what you can expect to keep an eye out for, and more. As we go along, let me know your thoughts down below. Is this week what you expected? Maybe not so much. And is there anything in particular that you're hoping to see throughout the next 7 days? Whatever it is, let me know down below. And as well, if you are new to the channel, do be sure to hit the subscribe button. We're on that road to 400,000 subscribers. And with a new Call of Duty launch just over the horizon with Black Ops Cold War in under 3 weeks time now, we'll keep you up to date with all things you need to know across Modern Warfare, Warzone, and Black Ops Cold War. So if you're interested in joining the community, I'd love to have you. But that said, let's talk about the update. Again, this was kind of a weirder week with, truthfully, not as much changing as we may have anticipated. As always, we do have our playlist, though, that refreshed this week, and on the MP side of things, we saw this week on offer the Gunfight Tournament, Ground War, Gunfight, Snipers Only, Haunted House Party, and Onslaughter. Now, only one of these is truly new, but if you missed any of this stuff from last week or from this past weekend, Gunfight Tournament sees you being pitted up against 15 other teams, entered with the goal to be the last team standing in a bracket-style tournament play. If you end up going the distance, you get all the items noted, plus that finish line Holger 26 that comes along with the F-Tac Spitfire barrel, the holographic sight, the 30-round magazine, and the stippled grip tape, kind of making it similar to the G36C, pre-built here with that, but coming along with the European Police Force's sort of checkered camo pattern, which makes it pretty cool, but overall, it's not a weapon that I would really use all that much. I can't say I've used the Holger more than a handful of times, and half that was probably ground loot when it was in Warzone available for pickup, so it's something that is cool to have for sure, especially because we just talked about rare blueprints, and that's going to, as time progresses, become a more rare blueprint. It's nice to pick that up, but I don't know how much I'd actually use it. But Gunfight Tournament continues on this week for what I would imagine is another 7 days at the minimum. Then we have Gunfight, which is gunfight, but dead players drop tags that can refill health, so a nice little spin and twist on regular Gunfight. Snipers Only, again, is the only real new introduction this week because we saw these other playlists as of last week and this weekend, but it's a TDM mosh pit that only allows you to use available classes with snipers, so marksman rifles and sniper rifles. So you have a limited number of weapons you can use, but you'll definitely get to see who's the best marksman of your squad. Haunted House Party continues, in which is the same mosh pit of game modes with a Halloween spin, aka some of your Halloween decor, but this also has double XP active in it, so if you want that extra boost, you can jump in and rank up a little bit faster here within this one. Onslaughter is the final game mode that was added in, or I guess continued on for the multiplayer side of things, where you fight for the Juggernaut and then try and capture the enemy base. That's continuing on. A cool little fun mode, I think, if you want to jump in and experience it for yourself. Now, the only other difference on the MP side of things here is that it removed the Zombies Royale playlist queue from the multiplayer side of things. It's still available in the Warzone side of things, but it just isn't accessible from that multiplayer submenu now. Jumping over to the Warzone side of things, we have our playlist refresh of Battle Royale, Solos, Duos, and Trios, Plunder Quads, BR, Monster Quads, and Zombie Royale. Now, Battle Royale has your solo, duo, and trios in their standard traditional formats. It's played on the standard map, not at nighttime, but what you've been able to have on offer for the last couple of months. Plunder Quads is, strangely enough, again on the regular map, which is weird because the roadmap says that week 2 was reserved for that nighttime map and the nighttime experience coming to Plunder. So I don't know if it was just flip-flopped around because we had last week nighttime and now it seems like this is back to normal, but one nice thing is that you can still seemingly hunt for everything in the Halloween event in Plunder. You don't have to resort to going to Battle Royale and having a one life thing, trying to get these items in the named locations. It's just weird that they turned on the global lights, despite it being the marketed nighttime week for Plunder. So that's available here for you as well. BR Monster Quads is a change, but it may not be what you think. This one may take you by surprise because it's just traditional quads, but on the nighttime map. Last week, the regular game modes outside of Zombies Royale were on the normal map, and I didn't get to play it this weekend, but I think when it changed solos over, that was turned to the nighttime map, and this is kind of now the same thing here with this, where quads now is available on the Verdansk night map, and you have the ability to fight it out with your squad in the spooky version of Verdansk, but nothing else, no zombies added in here with this one. I was talking with Immortal, and we both got really excited because we're like, wait a second, is this quads with zombies? Because that would just be pure chaos, but that's not what it is, unfortunately. And then finally, Zombies Royale does stick around here with this again, dropping into a smaller circle, your 140 to 150 players. You end up dying, turning to a zombie, coming back if you collect 2 vials, and the last team with an alive player standing ends up winning. gets to be pretty chaotic. You can drop some high kill games here with this one, and honestly, I would love to see this actually stick around, if at all possible, even after this event. So if it is something that it only has 1 week left, I'm going to be really bummed out about it, but definitely going to be grinding it out to try and cram as much gameplay in as I possibly can. So that's the playlist side of things here with this update. As for the shop, again, strangely enough, it really wasn't all that eventful, even in the shop. Yesterday, we saw, of course, we had that Ghost Grim Reaper bundle introduced for 2,400 COD points, but that was it. Today, we didn't get any new featured. So if you did miss it, that Ghost Grim Reaper bundle for 2,400 COD points came along with the Azrael Ghost skin, the Soul Reaper FAL, the Purgatory ISO, I called that the Fennec yesterday, my apologies. Both of these, though, coming with Tracer Fire and the cool Scars logo from Infinite Warfare on them, the Sickle Melee Blueprint, the Reaper Weapon Charm, the Hardlines Ghost Quip, the Hades Calling Card, the Spectre of Death Emblem, and the Vision Spray. Both these blueprints, I think, are relatively decent builds, respectively, and that Ghost skin, of course, is pretty badass. It's one that I've seen people want since it was introduced 2 weeks ago in the game files with update 1.28, which a week later became, of course, the Haunting of Verdansk update that we saw last week. Now, as we mentioned, that was available in the shop as of yesterday, but if you are interested in that and you'd like to help support the channel a little further, like Silencer, Aaron, Canuck, Scott, Vilo, and Versus have, you can end up doing so by using code Espresso in the item shop if you want to pick either that up or any other item you have any interest in the future. If you do, feel free to tweet me a picture. I'd love to shout out some of your generous support. But outside of that, there was no additional featured bundle. However, in my shop, I found the Coin Operations 3 bundle in the blueprint section, but as we've discussed here on the channel before, these are often user dependent, so you may have this, you may not. If you do, it will come along with the Gray Matter AX50, the Hit Streak X16, the Button Masher Charm, the Target Enemy Sticker, the AFK Calling Card, and the Token Emblem, all for 600 COD points. Now, to me, this one, the camos really aren't too worthwhile for me, even if it is the comparably lower price compared to other bundles, so I think this is going to be a pass on my end. But that's really the update that we have here, and again, kind of weird that there isn't a whole ton this week, especially given that it's the last week of this Haunting of Verdansk event. You'd think that we'd have a little bit more on offer, but that's what we got. Now, I will say that later on in the week, we do still have slated at least one thing, though I kind of think that that will be turned into 2 or more, but I would imagine that we end up getting that Mace Dia de los Muertos bundle coming this weekend for the Friday shop update that we usually have, in which that's something that was guaranteed to us here by the blog post to come during this event. So with it not coming today, I feel like that's, of course, going to happen at that point on Friday, but we also then have on Friday as well that triple double event, that double XP, that double weapon XP, and double tier progression happening from Friday until Monday at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. So you'll be able to take advantage of any time this weekend and grind out the game in a double capacity, earning more for your seasonal rank, your weapon rank, and also, of course, your battle pass progression. So that'll be a great time to grind out this weekend, but for right now, that's what we have here for this weekly update. So that said, that's where we're going to wrap it up. I would love to get your thoughts and feedback down there in the comment section down below. Was this what you expected? Maybe not so much, little less, little more, whatever it is, feel free to let me know. But hopefully you enjoyed the video. If you did, make sure to drop a like down below. And of course, if you are new to the channel, make sure you guys subscribe so you don't miss a single thing regarding all things Modern Warfare, Warzone, and of course, Black Ops Cold War in just under 3 weeks time. That's kind of crazy to think about that we're already to the time of another COD launch. But if you guys are interested, hit that subscribe button. If you also want to follow me over on Twitter and Instagram, those are the best places to get connected outside of YouTube. Probably live on both those. If you guys want to check out a conversation, ask me a question, whatever it may be, that link is down there in the description below. That said, thanks so much for watching. My name is Espresso. I'll see you guys later. Take care and peace.